you are essentially saying that you deserve that and are entitled to it. You said it yourself. You've been coddled. You've never had to actually go out and make work on your own. With your own, without being helped by someone else. You're always being helped and coddled.
I don't think that's true.
Come on! Come on! That's stupid. It is kind of gross. That is why people look down on the systems. Because of someone like you who thinks they're entitled to go blow all their money on fun. Download my new Simpler Budget app today and take control of your money once and for all.
Hi, I'm Annabelle. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming down. I used to go to Chicago all the time. I love it.
So much fun. There's a lot to see
well,
there.
Freezing and dark, but sure. What do you do for a living there?
I'm a leasing agent there. Technically also assistant property manager.
We get so many leasing agents on the show. Okay, what do you make there? Let's see how you compare to all of them.
I make on my direct deposit $42,000 a year.
Chicago, cheaper of the large cities for sure. Definitely most affordable, shrinking population, so that helps.
Yeah, a lot of people are leaving, I think, actually for Texas.
Okay. I mean, I would too. Again, freezing and dark. But
the summers are worth
But 42,000, you'd think it's not stretching very far in most cities. But again, not that it would stretch far in Chicago. Chicago is one of the cheaper ones.
It's not that cheap though. Like when I live on like a day-to-day basis there.
No, of course. It's still, big city in general. I just mean compared to other cities.
Yeah. I guess that's true. I mean, that's why I didn't pick Boston. I was going to go to Boston before.
Oh, that would be crazy. At least with this income, I'm sure the cost of living would adjust a little better. But essentially my main question, how does that 42,000 stretch there? How you doing?
Okay. I can't really save, but that's because of other expenses.
What?
I'm paying for my part of my tuition. And then I also...
Are you a full-time student?
No.
Are you full-time at the leasing?
Yes.
Okay, and what is this schooling thing?
So originally I came to Chicago first to move to Florida, or move from Florida, excuse me.
Oh,
sorry.
From Florida? Okay.
Yeah, I moved from Florida.
So you're born and raised in Florida?
Born in Michigan. I lived in Michigan until I was 10. That's when the 2008 crash happened. And my parents had to move us down to Florida. Okay. So middle school, high school, a little bit of college.
So what is this Florida to Chicago thing?
At 25, I was so tired of living in Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I decided I've been visiting Chicago every summer since 2018. I love the culture and I just wanted a change of pace. Orlando became such
What does this have to do with?
With school? Well, after I didn't finish school in Orlando. And so
you did some college in Orlando.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when I moved to Chicago and I got established there, one of my bosses suggested I finish up at least a bachelor's so I'd have that.
Bachelor's in what? What are you doing? What's the schooling situation?
Oh, I go to Columbia College, Chicago.
Yeah.
It is, I'm going for
Isn't that private?
Yes, it is private.
$42,000 a year. Parents helping?
No.
Okay, what are you studying and how far are you into this?
I am studying creative writing with a concentration.
What are you gonna do with that?
You can do okay. That's what gets me about this. Every industry needs communicators, and I'm studying nonfiction creative writing.
Okay, copywriting.
Maybe publications.
Is that what people study when they go into copywriting?
I don't know. Honestly,
because this is creative writing. I'm not in the writing space, so I don't know.
Correct.
I love to type out like stupid little emails and send them off to the people on our newsletter, but that's fun.
That's creative writing.
Yes, but it's me being dumb without a creative writing degree. I'm curious, like what you would do.
I love the idea. I mean, writer on the side, of course. My dad was an editor. My mom was a translator. So I just came from communicators.
And they had to move from Michigan after the 2008.
Well, My dad was working at the Construction Association of Michigan, and he was in like the head of the department that deals with communications and PR, and that department wasn't making any money.
What do you want to do, lady, with this? With this, the thing that we're talking about right now, the answer that I'm trying to get out of you.
I want to own properties and work, I want to be my own landlord, have a bunch of properties around, but I also have a passion for
copywriting. Wait, we're getting a copywriting degree for that? That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Wait, why do you need the degree then? Because you don't need a degree for any of those. You don't need a degree to do your own writing. You don't need a degree to start getting in the world of real estate. What is the degree for? I am not anti-degree. I am anti-dumb degree or waste of time and waste of money, especially at a private institution. And sure, a cheap major city, but still expensive because it's major city.
Right.
Also, how are we in the world of even talking about real estate when literally the first credit card that is in front of me is a credit one, which is the definition of, okay, you're
that I've had that one for years. And
which means you've been for years.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're thinking real estate. Okay, curious. Go ahead, though.
So
that's our logic. Also, by the way, copywriting, which was the example, most common degrees for copywriting is English, marketing, communications, journalism, or business. I didn't see creative writing in.
Well, I would like to be a published writer myself.
Okay, what do you want to write about?
Anything nonfiction. I mean, originally, so I have a lot of friends in the music scene in Chicago, and so I would love to write about that. I don't want to work for Pitchfork or anything, but I would love to write about the music scenes. In nonfiction,
but how much does someone actually get paid for that, for being honest? Because I'm okay with you not making much if you don't have ambitions for a lot of things financially. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do whatever you want, but you're talking about the world of real estate. It requires capital to get in, even if you do FHA and, of course, like Burr method, whatever like that.
For sure. But that's why my experience happening at my job is useful while I'm also getting a degree. Because say if this job is no longer going to be around and I have my bachelor's on hand, then that means that I can work at like Zillow or something and get a great job. Right now, I've been... Okay,
it is a little different though. This isn't 2021 where if you had a degree, you could get any job just because you had a degree.
Right.
Certifications and stuff boost and degrees can help, but you have to have at least something in the niche a little more now than then. I mean, if you just look at the chart of just software engineer job openings, it's kind of like flatlined. It's not that you're doing that, but like I can just go get a job at Zillow because I have a degree. Yes, you're likely to get hired more than someone that doesn't have a degree or doesn't have experience, but you're probably also going to lose out to someone that has something a little more niche for the job that they're looking at. It's not a solve all, especially in the economic situation right now for job openings.
I get, but I have a passion for this kind of writing. Yes, like when it comes to like,
is the degree required? That's my issue from a private institution. Again, I am not anti-degree. I'm not even anti this. I studied music. Like, come on.
So then
I do understand
a lot. I've learned a lot from being in this degree that I didn't know about
at
writing
a private
beforehand.
Institution.
Yeah, I mean,
what's your tuition?
I have some tuition paid under my, I get the government loans, the student loans, like the subsidized, unsubsidized.
Yeah.
Last semester, I think per month, I had to spend, I think $586, which you see.
$586 a month?
Yes, because they let me have a payment plan for the 3 months.
Wait. On the student loans?
No. On the rest of the tuition that couldn't be covered under the student loan.
Semester tuition or per credit hour tuition that you are paying?
I never check that because I just get set up on a payment plan.
I'm not against getting a degree in passion. I know that people are going to take this out of context. There's just correct paths to do it, and you are in a situation of not making too much for a relatively expensive place. Going to a private institution for a degree that typically does not have the best return on investment, if we're being frank. And I can be frank because I did the bullshit type degree as well.
But it's not, it's not bullshit. But the type of
it's in terms of return on connections. Please don't be that.
Well,
my gosh.
No,
that is what everyone in the arts says when they talk about getting a degree. That was my justification for when I was getting the degree as well. I was also kind of bullshit myself. I met people I wouldn't have met. It really didn't really turn into much anyway.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay, but
and I was actually successful compared to like 99% of the people in what I was trying to study. So I'm just saying that is some hard cope.
I mean, I get that you're successful in this, but
No,
you got a degree in
music composition.
Then why?
I dropped out and I was making more money than basically anyone I knew, except for a couple of successful composers.
Doing music composition.
Yes. Sales made more money, so I did sales because I wanted to pay off debt and live a better life. But.
Well, apparently, okay, so what I've been explained to by a professor is that, if I get...
Also has gone through the whole permanently in school forever, and now they work at a school, so that might be a biased opinion, but please.
I wouldn't mind being some kind of English professor or anything. There's so many different ways that I can make my future go forward, and that's why it's if I have something real income like real estate that I'm talking about, but then I'm also able
how do you get into that if you've spent trillions of dollars on a private institution degree that doesn't have a normal return on investment?
It's the education that I'm getting from working directly under a developer. My office is right next to a not huge developer,
explain to me
but
what you're
a
gonna
decent.
Do with it. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to finish at least getting educated and understand what it takes to be a writer, what is involved with writing, maybe how I can better my craft. I mean, the 3 semesters that I've been there already, I've learned.
3 semesters, how many more do you have? Because you're not full time. So what is this doing? How many credit hours are you doing right now?
Right now, I was only able to take 2 classes this semester.
How many credit hours per class, though?
3. So 6 credit hours.
And how much is it on a monthly basis right now?
For this semester, it's $81
per month.
Per month.
Whoa, hold on. But is that 81? No. You said you're on a payment plan though.
Right.
So are they adjusting that over the course of how long?
3 months, or as long as the semester is going. So my semester ends in May. So 5
so
months.
Confused.
I know. I don't pay attention.
What is your tuition situation? What is your tuition situation? Because if it costs nothing, then yeah, can do it, of course. What is your tuition situation? I'm so confused.
I get out the student loans, and then I also. Do you mean like how much it is per credit hour? Because it changes per credit, like per class that I'm taking.
Are you on anything special, or are you just paying the normal price?
I'm paying the normal rate.
Okay, then let's find out. What's the per credit hour cost of
Columbia?
What? There's 2.
Columbia College, Chicago.
I like the other one more.
I know. And when I say I go to Columbia, it's kind of funny sometimes because people will be like, oh my God, wow, Columbia University. And I'm like, not that smart, but.
Because it's $95. That's maybe like after student loans because you're not taking into account your student loans. Per credit hour is $816.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You're undergraduate though?
Yes. But still, I'm already in my major base classes. All of my gen eds were done at a community college in Florida over like 6 years. And that's another reason why I just wanted to leave Orlando.
So $4,896 per semester for you, but you're a half-time student. You're not even a full-time. Isn't 12 hours required as full-time, but most like go 15, 16. So
anyone who does 15 credit hours in a semester is killing themselves.
Okay, that's
like the average.
The rest of us did, but that's okay. I mean, I think. Well, I guess that's why you're doing.
How can I be full-time student if I have to work also? Like I have like.
Well, that's why you're doing an easy degree.
Creative writing is not easy. It's an intensive reading and writing based. There's a lot of reading. I had to do like 80 pages of reading alone for one of the classes that I'm taking per week.
You had to read a book in college?
I enjoy reading. I'm just saying that like it is a lot of work on top of also trying to market these buildings.
It's mostly trying to trigger you, and it worked very easily. Creative writing, by the way, $1,257 per credit hour in creative writing.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't.
So 1,257 times. 1,257 times this is an interesting start to a financial audit, I'll be honest. 7,542 for a semester. That's half time.
That makes
and you're borrowing
that sounds
that?
Right.
Does that sound right? Yeah, the 90 something that you gave me was fucking bullshit.
Well, that's per month after my student loans that I have to pay out of pocket. After your
student loans, so you're borrowing for a degree that's not going to have a return on investment. Okay, I think it will. I got some statistics around it. I got some statistics around it. Graduates with a bachelor's degree in creative writing. Average base salary, also this includes average, so highest earners as well, who have been in the career for a long time, $63,000 a year. You know,
But that's only the writing
Uber
part. Okay, yeah. That's why I'm also still trying to focus on learning about real estate development and dealing with stuff like that in my job right now. So then I'd have 2 ways of making income, a passion and then something that's more grounded. That's my game plan.
Unemployment rate for creative writers is double the United States unemployment rate.
But I'm not only a creative writer, though.
I know, but you are spending $7,542 per semester. Half-time. That's the issue. I don't have an issue with the arts. I have an issue of how you go about it, and you are going about it in an objectively, from everything we've learned so far, stupid way. Stupid. Why aren't you going to a public institution?
I didn't think of it being in Chicago. I didn't think of it. I know that there's obviously, UIC is so much more tech-based. Like the colleges I'm thinking of.
Northwestern's there.
Again, also another very
probably
techy
community college.
I mean,
techie. But you can go in your niche. I went to an engineering school, but I studied it in the College of Music. The f are you talking about?
Okay, the Columbia College Chicago? It's located. How many
credit hours have you completed? Of how many credit hours you need to complete for this creative writing degree? Huh? Can you give me that? Can I have some kind of information here? When it comes to finances, you've probably got your eye on the usual stuff. Budgeting, paying off debt, maybe saving for a vacation. But let's talk about one thing that most people forget. What happens to your family if something happens to you? And that's where today's sponsor, Fabric by Gerber Life, comes in. They make applying for term life insurance quick, easy, and affordable. And not to mention, totally online from the comfort of your own home. With Fabric, in about 10 minutes, you could have coverage and protection for your family, all without leaving your couch. That's right, you could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. If you're currently young and healthy, looking for life insurance now is a no-brainer. Fabric offers affordable, high-quality policies that fit into your budget, like up to $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. Even if you already have life insurance through work, those policies typically don't follow you if you change jobs, and they might not cover what your family actually needs, especially if they rely on your income. There's no risk to apply. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you can cancel at any time. So don't put it off. Do it today and make sure your family is protected in case of the unexpected. And while you're there, make sure to check out everything else Fabric offers. Tools like free digital wills, kids investment accounts, and access to college savings funds. So you can handle all of your family's financial needs in one place. Don't just take my word for it either. Fabric is backed by Gerber Life, which is a trusted name for over 50 years, and it has 1,900 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. You can join the thousands of families across the country who trust Fabric to help protect their loved ones' financial future. So don't wait. Take steps now to help protect your family's future tomorrow. Apply today at meetfabric.com/Caleb or click the link in the description below. That's meetfabric.com/Caleb, meetfabric.com/Caleb.
I'm projecting spring 2026 to be done.
Okay. And you're continuing 6 credit hours a semester to get there?
Yeah, I'm trying to go as fast as I can because of the fact that
completing the spring semester gets you there, or you hit it in spring?
Completing it in spring.
Okay.
And I know it's slow. It's
so 4 more semesters. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
After the one you're already doing?
Yes.
Okay, so an extra 30,000. That is just under what the average person borrows to go to a 4-year institution in general, across the board. And you're doing that just to complete, and you've already been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I
know. How much in student loans do you have?
About 33,000.
Oh, you're going to double. You're doubling for a degree that has double the unemployment rate for the average American. Come on! That's stupid. That is stupid. I have to get across that. That is objectively stupid. That is stupid for a degree that you don't even want to use for your primary job. And then you're like, I'm going to go get real estate. That's going to solve the entire thing. Good luck. You live in a failing real estate town anyway. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think that's entirely true. Okay, yes. When I was in, that's only how I've ever known how I would work. Doing like the 6 years in Florida, doing my AA, I had to do that because I was, again, also working full time.
Was everyone this dumb up there? Is that what I came down here for? Or that pretentious with thinking that a creative writing degree makes them better than everyone else?
Okay, I mean, I guess there are some, I'm not seeing myself as this like only writer, like the next Kafka or something like that.
By the way, no, you have $35,600 student loans, so you were wrong, and you're gonna basically double it. Well, actually,
that's why I said I had 33,000 already. So 35,000. Excuse me.
35.6,
Okay, $2,000.
Which is
like one semester.
$2,000 is a substantial amount of money, especially for someone who makes $40,000 a year. So that just shows that you honestly have no value of the dollar because you've just borrowed everything forever, have been probably a spoiled little brat in different ways throughout life.
No, that is 100% not. No,
haven't. Then you would be able to value $2,000.
I was not taught. I had to. Okay, I had to teach everything on my own. Like at 19.
Welcome to everything that everyone has to go through at 18.
Okay.
In the United States, except for the youngest generation, they're being infantilized quite a bit. But either way.
I didn't have help going through the beginning of college. I had to figure out everything on my own. And yes, it was sloppy.
Oh, just like me, just like everyone back there in the booth, just like the majority of the audience. That's what we all go through. It is not an excuse to continue being a failure into our upper 20s.
I know I'm trying to make things different. That's why
we're continuing studying a degree that has practically no return on investment at a private institution that is going to have us borrowing double the average student loans for a 4-year degree.
I just can't think of any other college that's public that would have a creative writing.
Do you need it? That is what I'm saying. Do you need it? If you want to just write on the side, prove it. Prove that you can deliver the value, try to get into the industry. This is creative writing. This isn't a fucking medical degree. This is not a law degree. This is not.
I know, but
if you have the skills, music composition, for example, and this is one reason why I dropped out, because I was actually making money, and I was making more money off of my own music than my professors made off their own music. So I was like, I don't actually need a degree. It's based on whether or not I can form consortiums and sell my music. That's what I need. But you can prove the writing skills you have to do what you want to do, and you don't even want that to be your main thing. Again, college degree, good, great. When done well, you're not. It's stupid.
This is how I see it. I have the writing, like the form, the craft, all that stuff, but there are things like learning how to publish, learning how to get published, where to submit it, how to submit. Those are things that I didn't know. We live in a very interesting
age of technology where you could probably learn all of that on YouTube, Google, GPT, like anything. You could probably join groups and learn. You could probably join private mentorship. You could probably find a writer in that area and pay them for like a weekly mentorship session for the course of 6 months and learn everything without having to go through all that extra bullshit. And it would be better off. For the arts. That is often how that works.
But
for engineering, no. For the arts, yes.
If I'm already in this degree though, and I'm already at Columbia, what's the point of dropping out to another school again?
I'm not saying going to another. I say fucking stop, because you don't need this degree for what you're trying to do. You're sunk loss in it, but you're still going to double what you're borrowing just to complete this thing.
I mean, also, I can always try.
For those that want to go into arts, I suggest as many gen eds as they possibly can at a community college.
That's what I did.
Well,
this is all major classes.
That you are really, because you have so much in debt for someone that had a little bit of
I mean, okay, all of the main debt that I have is student loans. Yeah, I've been in college my entire 20s and stuff, but it just
really all 7 years.
Well, I mean,
and 18 and 19.
I've taken breaks.
You've been in college for a decade. How much in breaks?
Like $8 or 8 years. I mean, 8 years.
Okay, see, you're continuing. No wonder the professor fucking loves you. You did the same thing they did. They never left college. Like there is some weird cycle where people just never leave. And we need people to teach. We need people to research. We need these things. Absolutely. Okay. But there are some people, and you are showing the signs of, who will never be able to operate in life outside of a classroom setting. I mean, which is scary.
There were 2 years, the 2 years that I first moved to Chicago, or the 1 year that I first moved to Chicago, I wasn't in school. I was like, you know what? I barely got my AA in Florida. I'll ride on that for a little bit or whatever. And then that's when my boss was like, no one's going to take you seriously, barely in AA. So I was like, okay, well, let me check out schools around. And then at the same time,
I'm not against degrees. You're just going for not a pointless degree. Well,
again, people need communicators.
People need communicators, but again, you can get better communicating degrees that have better career paths.
So I'm going to blend in with every other girl that has a marketing degree.
Yes. Hey, you know what happens with those girls that you blend in? They get jobs.
Okay. Well,
I would rather blend in with a job.
But again, if there's 10 girls all applying for the same thing. They all have marketing degrees, and I'm the one that has a creative writing degree.
They'll
and
pick
I have
the
some
one
kind
with the
of,
qualified degree.
It's qualifiable. I
It's
would
not
think.
one of the leading ones for copywriting, which is one of the jobs you brought up.
And you don't think that maybe when I get the interview, I could talk to them and say, hey,
You have to
this
get past
is
the
what
recruiter first.
Look, when I talked to one of my tenants, she said that she had a creative writing degre and she was making bank.
She might be. What was she doing though? It's not, again,
she was
everyone
working in tech.
doing.
I don't know. I just saw
what
her
did you want to
briefly.
fucking ask if you're going to use that damn example?
When I told her, I
Maybe
was
she
like,
went
I'm
through a
going,
coding boot camp and codes now.
but that's why I would get my real estate license.
Oh,
or
so
like
there's
a
more.
well, yeah, okay. So
Why not just do that?
This is what happened. I started getting the real estate classes.
I gotta
and
start getting into these numbers, girl. Go on, finish.
Okay, I applied to Columbia at the same time to try and move forward since I had moved up from Florida. And when I started my real estate license, I got accepted to Columbia. So the real estate license kind of fell off to the side. And I didn't finish the class that I was paying for. But I'm going to do that now that I only am taking 2 classes. Who doesn't pay for a real estate class? Everyone pays for a real estate class.
Yeah, but you didn't finish it. You paid for something you didn't finish.
I know. I mean, I can always go back to it.
Alrighty, lady. Let's move on for fuck's sake. Good death. Okay. Wow. Woo! Yeah, you seem like everyone that's been in college for 8 years and has never actually lived real life. Everything's making sense so far. Where do you think your finances are on a score to 0 to 10? 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best. Where do you think you are?
I've been mostly in real life and on the side in classes.
That's not a score.
I'm not. Okay. 7. I would say I'm at a 7 out of 10. Like 10 being the best. Yeah, I would say like a 7. I don't have anything crazy.
There's a credit 1 in front of me. You're doubling your student loans at a private thing for a worthless degree. You're going for creative writing. Is your brain also creatively... Like, that is an insane score. I've never heard... That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I don't...
What?
I'm sorry.
Has the lack of seeing sun just flattened your brain?
The summers are really sunny. I feel like...
Good thing it's the winter right now.
I mean, it's what I'm looking forward to. I don't... But, okay, besides the
You're
schooling...
a 7.
Everything else is not terrible. Like,
listen, you've heard guys call you a 7 for too long in your life. That's where you think you are.
I mean, I don't... okay, sure. I don't think so, but I guess
if you watch your Hammer Financial Score and you're not a complete dumbass, you can check out the link in the description below. It's a good time. You can see where you stand in the world of finances. And if you want to come on the show, come down to Austin, Texas, even from a place where you're dodging bullets to get to the airport. You can. I'm kidding. I like Chicago. I do like Chicago. I love visiting there. Just couldn't do it in the winter. Either way, you can come down here, go to calebhammer.com/apply. You fully, I like to ask a question every once in a while just because there's weird pearl clutchers out there that luckily aren't in the audience, but whatever. I like to ask, you applied for the show? Good job. You're getting a little bullied right now.
Yeah.
There's going to be a crazy thumbnail. You agreed to all that?
Of course.
You watched all the onboarding videos?
Yes.
Had the onboarding phone calls? Mm-hmm. So you're fully aware of what you're doing right now?
I know. I'm 100%. Yeah. Yes. I'm here. And
those people can f off. Weird pearl clutches. I will never understand them. Okay, but either way, good. And then you can come down and go through the whole process too and hang out with Lindsay and Jake and myself. It's a good time. Okay.
They're great.
They are great. I wish some of their greatness rubbed off on you because I see credit 1 right here. Credit 1. Let's talk about credit 1.
Okay. I had gotten that when I was...
She immediately goes into a whole tale.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have to.
Well, go ahead.
Okay.
What were we getting?
I had gotten it when I was, again, in my early 20s. I needed to find some kind of way to help boost my credit score back up. It didn't. No, I looked it up.
Okay, wow. This one from looking up. Jeez. Kill me now. Okay.
I think it was suggested on Credit Karma as one of the cards that I would have high approval for. And I knew that any kind of extra credit card would help. I had a Capital One card along with my Discover at one point,
listen, it says a $53.77 balance. There's a $53.77 balance. It's not crazy, $30 minimum monthly payment. But the thing is, you still have $5 of interest accruing. Fees like crazy because it's a stupid credit card. You can't spend that much money on this card anyway because the limit's not even that high. But you did spend $148.98 on a card that is accruing interest that has fees. I don't get it. It's for Audible. Go to a fucking library. You go to a school, so I know there's a library there. Drip Dessert, Mariano's. You spent your PetSmart there, Amazon Prime, a vending machine, $206 of fees, and $99 of interest so that we can get Audible instead of a fucking
Can I
book.
be so real with you right now? I did not know that I had an Audible subscription at all.
Why don't you look at your books? Why don't you look at anything? Why don't you look at a statement? I'm so confused. I am so confused. I will never get there. Even when I was stupid, I at least looked at my credit card. I just didn't know that it was bad that it was a high balance. But I at least looked at where money was happening.
Why? I didn't know that. I guess it had been added to like my Amazon Prime account, and I didn't realize that. Because you can get Audible with Amazon.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that it had been added. Why?
All. How? You did it.
I don't like audiobooks. I like reading them. So I don't know how that happened. But PetSmart and Mariano's sound right though. Because Mariano's is.
Yeah, and vending machine, Amazon, and Drip Dessert.
It's like
it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit except for the PetSmart probably, but who knows? Every time I go in there, I always get like 50 different things for fun.
I do.
See?
Like to get
it's all bullshit.
No, but I probably
That's not funny. You can't even afford your degree that's not going to pay for itself.
Coping laugh. I'm sorry.
Huh?
It's like a coping laugh.
Yeah, you cope all throughout life trying to justify that degree.
Okay, Mariano's is actually, even though it looks like it's a nicer grocery store, it's cheaper than Jewel a lot of times. Jewel
I don't know what any of those are.
Jewel Osco is like a grocery store that paints itself as cheaper, but it's not. Like it's like $6 eggs and like $7 creamer.
Listen, I don't know what you're getting, but usually when I see a cheap bill, someone's going in for some bullshit typically. But the thing is, listen, if you don't even know you have an Audible, you are not leaving this building. You are not leaving this building until you download my Simpler Budget app, the one we custom created for you. You literally have to, because you get premium for free forever. You guys get a multi-week trial when you sign up. But either way, you get that. You would know. You would know. It would tell you subscriptions, blah, blah, blah. It's all you would have that. You would see the fees. You'd see the interest. You'd see how much you're spending on vending machines. You would see it. You wouldn't even have to go through your statements. Everything's automated and connected to your accounts. Right. You do not get to leave until you download the Simpler Budget app.
Okay.
Because your budget is you didn't even know.
I mean,
sorry.
If,
you didn't even know you had an Audible.
It's built into like what my credit card bills would be. The vending machine is when I'm at school.
Why on Credit One that is accruing horrible interest and fees though? Why not in a checking account?
But if I end up paying, because I don't have my debit card on Apple Pay.
Then put it on Apple Pay.
I've just been forgetting.
Don't forget. Do it while you're sitting in the airport on the way home. You're going to be sitting there doing nothing.
I'll probably do that then, but...
Well, you should have done it already. You're a child. Again, this is what happens when you have not had to deal with the real world because you've just been in the classroom forever.
I've always dealt with the real world.
Yeah,
I mean,
Coddled.
I've worked so many jobs besides just leasing. I've had to do... I've worked in bullshit jobs like call centers, like for Apple... Well, I worked at Apple Card for a little bit before I was doing leasing. I was a fraud analyst.
Well, that should have given... Well, okay, fraud, yeah.
But I mean, I saw how people rotated debt or rotated their payments on their credit cards before the interest charges.
So maybe you shouldn't have horrible debt because you were in the prime position to see other people struggle, which is usually... I mean, people see people struggle on this show like they're seeing you struggle, and that oftentimes leads them to get a better life. I would think the same thing would happen when you're talking on the Apple calls.
I know I did see some of it, so I learned some good traits on how to take care of credit cards. I mean,
what's your living situation? Do you have a roommate?
No, I live alone. I live in a rent-controlled apartment.
Okay.
I live in one of the ARO units that they have in Chicago.
ARO?
ARO, so Affordable Requirement Ordinance. It just means that like whenever a developer builds a brand new building, $1170.
Okay, it's still not cheap, especially for your income.
That is really cheap for where it is right now.
Yeah, no, you're not. What hits your account on a monthly basis?
Like 2872 or something like that. 2872, and then
I had 28.
Okay.
Yep, 2804.
Well, so instead of giving me
half your income essentially goes to rent.
Not entirely. So because of instead of giving me a raise, what happened was I get not all of my money on a direct deposit. So I get a second check. I get an additional check instead of a raise to my normal. No, that check, the second check. So I get my regular direct deposit.
So you get a bonus 2,800?
No, I get.
What are you saying?
Okay, I get semi-annual bonuses. I get 2 bonuses a year, about 4,000, which you'll see on the statement. But every single month, I'll get my regular direct deposit of 2,800, and then another side check of 1,200. It was a way to give me a raise without giving me a raise.
How often does that hit? Monthly?
Monthly.
I don't get it. Where's the money coming from?
It's from
How's it not
work.
a raise?
It's not a raise to my direct deposit.
How is it being sent as? Is it considered a bonus? What is it
It's
marketed as?
It's just given as a check each month on my desk at the beginning of each month when I get paid.
All right, guys, this is super exciting for this financial audit channel. I got big news for you today. For the rest of this month, if you join our YouTube membership at the elite level or upgrade from pro to elite, I'm going to pay for it. I am going to directly reimburse you for the $5 for upgrading or $10 if you join now. It's essentially like a free trial, except since it doesn't offer it, I'm going to pay for it for you. All you have to do is follow the instructions that I'm going to post in the membership area. Send us that proof and I'm gonna send you the money and boom, you joined Hammer Elite for free. Yes! Seriously, guys, there's thousands of hours of extra content there. You got 2 exclusive member audits a month, the ability to call into our new live show, which is also 2 a month. You just broke Lindsay's heart.
No, that's not true. Honestly, Ashley.
That's Lindsay for you. Weekly live streams.
So Caleb, what's your social security number?
Caleb, I'm doing it. 3, 8. Make a whole
That is definitely gonna get on your shirt.
3, 2.
And every single financial audit post show, plus member weekly videos. It's crazy how much we have going on.
Well, I got so drunk I kissed a grandma in Spain with only partial consent, and then I ran off threw up on the beach.
Plus, it really helps support this channel. So let me pay for it for a month so you have the opportunity to check it out. Make sure you click the link in the description below or the pinned comment below, and I'll see you guys there. And again, make sure it's the middle tier Hammer Elite so that I pay for it. This offer expires at the end of the month.
This just recently started happening. It was because of the fact that
I don't get how that's, and you're normally paid direct deposit and this is a check?
Yes.
And it's not considered a bonus?
Yes, because our regular bonuses are 4,000 twice a year.
Who's getting sloppy toppy? What is happening?
No,
I'm so confused.
No, it was because such
a weird way to do it. How does the tax situation thing work with that? Do you get withholdings?
I get withholdings from my direct deposit,
but not the check.
Right.
Not the check.
Not the check. I would
do
that myself.
Is it legal money?
It was because.
Is it legal money?
100%. It's for health insurance and transportation.
So it's a stipend.
I guess so. We had so our receptionist got let go. And so, obviously I think because of the fact that there was a little bit extra room in their budget.
Did we see it?
Yeah, I missed it on there. It's on the statement.
Okay, yeah, we have it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nothing.
Keep explaining.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what that's just it, is that I get the 1,200. It just helps with other expenses that might relate
taxes aren't withheld beforehand?
For the 1,200? No.
So you owe taxes on that by the end of the year?
Probably.
Are you W-2?
I am W-2.
This doesn't make sense.
It's a mid-sized firm. I don't know. I guess maybe it was to help with
here. We're mid-sized, small actually.
I don't know what the thought process was.
What do they call it? What is the term?
My additional check.
That's what they call it?
They call it my additional check. And I'm not the only one that gets this in the office. So it's not just me. I don't know. It just makes sense because we have to also like pay for health insurance on our own and stuff. So it's still technically employer pay, but he didn't like there isn't a plan through the employer.
And you know for a fact taxes are not withheld because that's the thing that's tripping me up.
Yes, I know for a fact because it's a like check that is written up and he signs and puts on all of our desks.
So it's essentially a bonus.
I guess you could call it that, but he doesn't want to call it a bonus
withheld, though.
Because we have our own bonuses in the summer and in the winter.
And they specifically say it's for health insurance and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes. Yeah. When I told him when open enrollment happened, I was like, hey, you know, this is how we do it in the office. We say, hey, like this is what health insurance would cost. And then, you know, it was pointed out that there are some tasks around the office that I had to pick up when the receptionist left.
So it would be erased.
Yes, but it's not seen as that on the direct deposit. That's just how it was. That's how it was offered. And
I feel like there's maybe is there a blank in my mind of something I don't know about. All I can see is like you're getting
an additional like 14.
Well, it's
something.
like can you be maybe an extra $10.99 on top, or it's considered a gift?
I would do the taxes on it on my own at the end of the year. I haven't done taxes yet, so I mean, I guess I'll just see
how many
how
times
plays
has
out.
this happened?
This started.
Are you setting 30% of that aside on a monthly basis?
No.
Okay, I'm not surprised. You haven't been smart so far.
It's only been happening for I would say like a half year.
Two different types of income is so weird.
It's all the same job.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't.
All right, discover it.
Yes, my first credit card out of high school.
Wow, so exciting. With a $722 balance. So we've certainly done nothing to improve it since a decade ago.
It's gone down and then back up. I use
Meaning
it.
you're not a credit card person and you shouldn't have credit cards because you're not a credit card person and you can't manage having access to other people's money. Also, $722.40 with a $35 minimum monthly payment. Well, you still had purchases. Balance went down because you put a little more towards it, but you still had purchases. And then $13.69 of interest. Why? Your credit score is 586. What the
when I would use it, then I would pay off the statement balance, and then obviously it would accrue again. At one point, with one of those semi-annual bonuses, I cleared it off entirely, and I told myself because of the cash back, I would use this for
cash back. What cash back are you getting on the Discover It? You're losing 13.69% interest. Why do people still think that you're getting 1% cash back bonus? You literally got 9 cents, but you were charged $13.69. And what fucking world? Well, you had a net loss of $13.60. What are you talking about?
I was hoping that they would help. Like they would eventually increase the credit limit because I've had this for almost 10 years.
I'm glad they're not because you would fucking use it.
No,
you're not a credit card person. You say it keeps going up and down. You are accruing interest on the 2 cards that we looked at so far, and you are doubling your student loans for a worthless degree. So it doesn't fucking make any sense.
But isn't the point of using?
You're also not saving money for your damn taxes.
Okay, but taxes aside, isn't it the point of a credit card to go ahead and use it and then pay it off, reuse it again, then pay it off? Because
yes, if you do that every single month without interest accruing, if you're paying off the entire balance every single month, you're not doing that.
Well, I was trying to keep up with that, but there was a point
you're not. So you have failed, and you're not a credit card person. It's as easy as that. This is not a complicated thing. Who gives a fuck if you're not a credit card person? It's not some weird award that you like walk around on the street. It's like, oh, I'm a credit card person. Oh, yay! And then everyone fucking just gives you high fives. That's not so. Who cares? Who cares? You can't utilize credit cards like the majority of Americans. So who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You get cash back on restaurants and gasoline, and so
1%, you're losing 22.24%.
That's actually lower of an APR than I thought it was at.
Yes, and it's still horrendous and stupid and dumb. And it's for fucking Peacock. It's for fucking Peacock. And also gas doesn't matter because I was just told you don't have a car.
Well, my boyfriend has a car, and so if we're driving somewhere together,
So you pay for his gas.
not all the time, but I would like to
person who doesn't have any
contribute.
money and can't fund their schooling thing for a worthless degree. Okay.
I would like to help contribute. It would just make sense. Also,
Contribute with back scratches. It works. Trust me.
I'm sorry, he actually does. Like,
I know. I'm a man. I know how these things work.
okay.
You have a whopping accumulated over the course of probably a year, $12.70 of cash back. So that almost covers 1 month of interest.
Yeah, I'm trying
You're
not to touch
doing life
it.
so well.
I mean,
Good
it's
job, lady.
it's still less than what I would think is like the average person's amount of credit card debt. Only 2 credit cards with not even $1,000, like barely $1,200 for 2 credit cards.
2 credit cards that we've looked at so far. I don't know what the entire debt. There's a huge pile in front of me. I don't know what the you're talking about. Also, okay. Well, let's keep going. Finger hut. What the is a finger hut?
You've never heard of Finger Hut before? I mean, from all your guests, I'm surprised that it's basically kind of like Amazon, but on credit. And so it's another hack to help build your credit up.
Hack.
Because if
You're in the
almost
500s. You're in the 500s. You are not doing this credit thing correct. Again, as always, you can use the fucking Fizz card. At least it's a debit card that builds credit. That's what we use in our resources. But for fuck's sake, what the fuck is this? It's so stupid.
So I originally I got the Finger Hut thing, and I was only going to buy maybe one small little thing, like a kitchen, like a spoon or something like that, like a set of spoons. And then I would have a super low utilization that would help boost my credit score. But then they raised my limit, and I wanted to get a table.
A fucking table?
Well, because
get a cheap ass table on Facebook Marketplace. What did you spend on a fucking stupid table?
Balance.
Huh?
That balance. Well, because my at the time it was my friend, but my boyfriend now was moving up from Florida, and he didn't have any like living room furniture or like dining table. And I was like, well, if I'm going to hang out in your new apartment in Chicago,
hang out in your apartment.
I didn't want him to at the time. He just moved to Chicago. This is his new little like crib. And so I was like, well, let me help. I helped you find this apartment.
Why are you sugar mommying him when you have no money? You sugar mommied him on a credit card that is accruing interest and fees. What?
It just made sense to get it at the time because I was also going to be using that table. So it's not just like it was his.
Fee. I don't even know what that is. It's probably just their monthly fee. So you're paying fees to have access to a table that...
It was a table and like an island, like a kitchen island. So he would have an extra... Unfortunately, that layout of our apartments doesn't really have a lot of kitchen drawers. So I had to make sure he had a drawer to put his silverware in.
Why is he not an adult? How old is this?
He's
dating
30.
a minor? Oh, okay.
He's
incapable.
No, he just didn't have a lot of furniture growing up.
Okay, I guess before I roast him too hard, he's in the lobby. Well, maybe we'll bring him onto the post show. I always love to interview the spouse in the post show.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, he didn't ask for it. I just was like, I can't.
You gotta stop being a dumb. I enjoy the heart of it. The heart of it is nice. You're just being a dumb. You can't pay for school. You can't pay the other 2 cards off, including credit one, which is going fees and interest. Stop! How long does this take to pay off just doing the minimum monthly payment, which is what you're doing?
I don't know. Like maybe
$524. It's not that crazy. How long does it take to pay off?
But that doesn't mean. I mean, I can
How long
pay
does
more
it take
than
to pay off, and you don't.
Maybe like 7 years.
Okay, 3 years, which is still insane.
Oh wow. Okay. See,
What? Are you kidding me? You want to be 30 with this credit card that's getting paid off for a table he's probably not even using at that time?
No, but that's why I'm thinking about using my bonus.
How long have you guys been together?
Almost 2 years now in July.
Okay, again, I enjoy the heart of it. He can take care of himself. He's a 31-year-old.
Again, this was also I was going to be hanging out at his apartment.
Hang out at yours.
I do try.
And he doesn't want to.
No, that's not entirely true.
Then what the
I mean, kind of. He likes to have all his stuff.
You guys have been together for a while. Are you going to live together?
I've mentioned it before. Our leases lined up in a way, but I think both of us just feel comfortable having our own spaces right now.
You can have your own space in your space. I mean, that's how people live together.
A 2-bed or a 3-bed would be nice, but Chicago is getting expensive. and it's
not compared to major cities, but
really
compared to major
the two
cities.
bedrooms that I'm leasing right now are going for like $3,600.
In
so
specific neighborhood, right?
Yes, exactly, in
Okay.
Lakeview.
Well, yeah, if you're looking at a specific neighborhood, there's always more expensive neighborhoods, of course. But overall, Chicago as a major city compared to the other major cities is one of the cheaper ones.
But that's the area of town that I have to live in.
Have to? You can't take. It's known for decent public transportation.
Yeah, for sure. But it's not the best public transportation.
It's something you could make work out for the sake of your future if you really needed to. I could poke holes in this all day. Come on.
We enjoy that part of town.
I know you do. You'll have a very fun time visiting it. Listen, you paid $1,034 in just the finance charge to borrow $920 of whatever the this is. We'll call it a personal loan. So what? What is this? What did you borrow $920 for?
To move to Chicago.
Oh, from Florida? You borrowed a borderline payday loan to move to Chicago from Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I needed it to pay for the
From
moving
palm
truck.
trees to depression.
I moved in the summer. So it was...
You take it very personally.
It was just time for me to leave Orlando.
Okay, so I guess we'll put $1,954.13. I see payments of
$40.
$32.62. Is that monthly or biweekly though?
Monthly.
Okay, we are at a 34.91% interest rate to move. Now, why couldn't you cash flow the move? Why didn't you save up for the cash flow to move? If it only cost $920, it's a 5-year. If it only cost $920 to move cross country, not too bad. Why couldn't we work our ass off to cash flow that instead of paying for our move 5 years later? Major channel announcement. Budgeting. It's a new year. We're all trying to budget. We're all trying to make it a little better. We're trying to improve our life. A lot of people on the show, a lot of people out there that I've heard from, they try to start a budget. They can't stick to the budget. It's because it's all too damn complicated right now. You use any of the budgeting apps out there, and it's crazy. It's hard to know what's even going on. It's impossible to set up, and it's a chaos to manage. That's why over this last year, I did the thing. I made a budgeting app for you guys. This does not need to be complicated. You're trying to take control of your life, so it should be simple. It should be chill. It should be easy to set up and easy to manage. I've called it Simpler Budget because that's all it is. It's your simpler budget. But we up the ante with continued education and an ad-free version. In the premium version of Simpler Budget, you can track your spending, set goals, and stick to a plan that actually works by connecting to all of your bank accounts automatically. No manual stuff here. There's actually weekly live sessions with financial professionals to answer your questions and keep you on track. They'll be teaching lessons and you can ask them things and they will actually help. There's also weekly mini classes keeping you up to date and educated on every financial topic you need to improve your life. Plus, for a limited time right now, you get access to our new budget-friendly cookbook with 55 money-saving recipes to eat well without overspending. It's time to actually make a budget and stick to it for the first time ever. Let's take control of our 2025 and make this the best year ever. Download the Simpler Budget app today. A link in the description below. This budgeting app will change your life.
I did.
When did you move?
In August of 2022.
Oh, for f***'s sake, and we're still...
Yeah, I'm still paying it off. I mean, I'm trying my hardest to make extra payments if I can.
Yeah? But you're borrowing for a fucking worthless degree. Go ahead. Tell me how you're trying. Go for it.
It was
going on a vending machine on a credit one every second of your life. Yeah, go ahead how you're trying. Yeah, tell me.
It was expensive. Cross-country moves are expensive.
Exactly.
I think this alone covered the moving truck.
Well, how much did you move? When I moved cross-country, I just packed up half a sedan and sold all my and then bought everything off Facebook Marketplace as I could. A few months. I didn't sleep in a bed frame until 6 months in.
I didn't have my bed frame either.
Exactly.
It wasn't
there you
until,
go. What a big girl. Well, super proud of you.
When I came to Chicago.
You took out a payday loan in order to do this.
Yes, but it was to help pay for. I tried working overtime as much as I could.
You moved 2.5 years ago, and you're still paying on this.
Yes, but it was because of the fact that
you were stupid and immature and didn't know how to move like an adult and save up money if you really wanted to get a moving truck.
I mean,
and
that would
pay
have
for it 2.5 years later because you only live off of debt because Did you live with your family in Orlando?
I lived with my brother as a roommate.
Okay.
But there was a point when, like, he was like 20. I think he's 2 years younger than me. So when we were moving, it was just
25-year-old. That's so different than 27.
I had to do most of the funding when it came to like the overtime and stuff. We even tried selling his motorcycle. Yeah, I worked overtime
for what?
At Apple
Funding
Card.
For what?
For the move. I had to pay.
Your brother
for
moved
my
here to Chicago?
We both did it together. Yes.
Okay, I don't think you do that until you can afford it. And you don't fund the entire move. You split it down the middle. If you don't, then you rely on yourself, and
we
like he
try
has
our
to figure it out.
Well, yeah, he
you've
sold his
used the phrase
motorcycle
"tried your best." I don't think you know what "try your best" is. You could have done this. I did it. We've all done it. I was in a horrible financial situation when I did the move. I did it. I didn't borrow for it.
I was also getting sober at the same time.
Of what? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know.
It's like
it was a bad time, but I'm
you're
now
from
in
Miami instead of Orlando. How often were you doing?
Pretty often.
Really?
Yeah.
How long were you doing this for?
Like less than a year, and then
How'd you get on that?
Just friends at college. It was college.
Oh, you're
time.
hanging out with the bad people.
No, I mean they were getting their degrees.
Yeah,
they were still working. Okay.
I wouldn't define that as the people to look up to.
No, I wasn't looking up to them. I mean, there were just times if we were out going for drinks downtown or something, and then
how
just
often
one thing
were you
turned
doing
to,
it by the end?
Almost weekly.
Oh, just weekly, so not daily. But you would define yourself as addicted?
Yeah, I would say so.
And what does this have to do with you borrowing for Chicago?
It's expensive. That
you're
addiction
all your
was
money
that
went to-
happened. But at the
So
time,
essentially
but
this
then
is a
once I
payday loan
moved
for
to, not entirely.
It's kind of how it's offsetting though, mathematically.
But you
if
see
think
how
about
like I would try to work overtime as much as possible, and then end
to
up
fund your.
I was also setting aside money to be able to move, and then to also
But
live
you
in
didn't
general
because
I
it-
was
so you took out a payday loan to move, which was really a payday loan for.
I am now almost 3 years
And
sober.
I'm very proud of that, and I love that, and it shows that you have discipline. But let's be honest about why you actually borrowed the money.
Yes, I
It
had
was
to
to
get some
fund
extra
your
help.
little habit of the snorting.
That was 100% no,
Variety.
because once I came up to Chicago, I didn't have any kind of connection. I was like, that's it.
No, you're misunderstanding. I'm saying you only had to borrow this because you couldn't save up enough money to move because it all went to the snorting. So in a way, this 34.91% interest rate loan was to snort. But okay, moving on. Again, 3 years. I am happy about that.
Thank you.
That is good. That shows that you have discipline. 5-year term, longer than 3 years, but Chicago. It just says Chicago. What do you?
Oh, so this
Chicago
is
money?
I have when I did have my car, it was I had a lot of tickets. The tickets
For why?
Honestly, the city of Chicago can get you for almost anything. In terms of like parking, like you just
if you
you're
park
there
illegally, yes.
Okay, but they have the most particular rules.
Oh, you're such a
stuff.
baby. You can't do anything.
Okay,
You can't do
this
anything
is such
without
a
it being
silly-
a victim.
It's such a silly thing that for 2 hours a day on one side of the road, you can't park your car there.
Chicago micromanages everyone's life, and that's why I don't live there, even though I like visiting it. I couldn't live in a place like that. But you chose to. You could follow the rules. You're not a victim in this. You did the thing. You did it. Every single situation so far, it's always someone else's fault or something.
No,
Or
I
a
know.
reason outside of your control.
I understand that I shouldn't have
It's literally
parked there and
$100.
stuff, but
When was this? Oh, wait. No, it's more than that.
it's roughly about 800.
So why haven't you made any progress? Over how long?
So I was trying to, I haven't had my car in like a year. So I think it was like within the first year of living in Chicago that I accumulated all those.
How the have you not touched it? Oh, because we don't have any money, and that's why we have to borrow student loans for a
No.
pointless degree. Right.
No, I've
That's why we're
started-
not paying off payday loans. Right. So, right.
I have started.
What is starting? $5 into it?
No, so you can start
We
a
skip
payment
deep dish for a
plan.
day?
You can start a payment plan with them, but then it's not an auto pay. So I just forgot for like a month or two because I don't have a car, and then it would
come
just
on.
cancel, and so I'd have to restart
Again.
the payment plan.
budgeting app, man. All you people just download the budgeting app. There will be no more excuses like this. It will have that. We're building out a feature so that bills are in your calendar and you can never miss anymore. This is crazy. I can't believe it is never your fault. It's because there's no automatic payment. So wham.
I have something in my calendar to remind me of the payment plan for
What's
Chicago.
the payment plan?
It is the 7th of every month.
How much money? Oh my.
I think it's about $52 a month.
You are such a sweet person, so nice. And I enjoy being around you as a person. But my goodness, this financial conversation is just making me stick a barrel between my teeth. This gap.
I guess. Thank you. I know I've made mistakes. I get that. So
Is that continued?
no, that's a.
So this is a 15% interest rate for your loan monthly of $7,000. Oh, but total number of payments $9,000. What? What is this? What is this possibly and why?
Right before I moved, I needed some kind of form of transportation. So my roommate before living with my brother helped me. He wanted to try and be like a loan shark, and so
what a career choice.
He was getting an accounting degree. Like he's like going to be like an accountant, but so he.
So he wanted to try being a loan shark as a side hustle.
Yeah, well, he helped me get my Mazda 3 that I had before.
For a loan shark, 15% interest isn't the worst.
Well, I know. I told him that my old car, I was able to negotiate it down because I told him that one of my old cars before was at 12%. I needed a car.
So he was going for an accounting. I'm going to gift you an accounting certification course, Chris, so maybe you can get a real job someday. You have a real job right now, but like not career ready.
Okay. Anyways, he helped me get the car. He paid for it in cash, and then I would pay him per month what that payment plan is, amortized or whatever, as you say it. And
what is owed on it now?
I stopped paying December of 2023.
Why?
Because the transmission went out. Entirely.
That's not how that works.
I know.
Listen, he's a bit weird for trying to like take advantage of a friend in this situation, but you did come to an agreement.
I know, and I want to pay him back eventually. I do. I feel bad.
Do ya?
Well, he stopped hitting me up for it.
Well, yeah, because you're a lowlife who doesn't pay back people.
No, I
would too.
I 100% want to pay him back.
I would lock you out. I don't surround myself with people that are addicts or don't pay back agreed upon money.
There were a lot of other expenses that came up at the same time.
Oh, like everyone else in life? Tells me you didn't have an emergency fund?
I wasn't able to save an emergency fund.
I disagree. I bet we could have found a way. I bet you were living some high life. Get it?
I plan on talking to him eventually and saying like, hey, look, here's the rest of what I can pay.
You're going to collection settle him.
No. Oh, no, I would pay him the rest of what's owed.
What do you owe?
I think probably only around like $3,000, $3,000
okay,
left.
And is interest accruing?
Oh, I don't know. He hasn't reached out to me.
He'll probably want it to be.
I don't mind paying that. I would pay that.
It's going to be 15% compounded since December 2023.
I don't know how much that would end up leading to, but obviously I would help him pay. I would pay him back the rest of what the car, like the actual like amount that he paid for the car would be. I mean, if you look at that, he technically was getting like $2,000 worth of like interest from me.
Yes, he was making money off of a product that he created for you.
So then I would still end up paying what it would be if I add. Yes.
Well,
but it was also helpful.
Yeah, but you haven't been putting money towards it, so interest would accrue more. Just like when you don't put money towards a credit card to spend more money on it, interest goes up higher. Not the rate, but the amount. Because the balance is... This is calculating you making every payment.
Yes.
Of $195 a month. You haven't been doing that in a year and a few months.
No. But he
what a... Dude, everything... The transmission died. Oh, that means I'm out of it.
Well, I was trying to get the transmission fixed. I put all the
Doesn't
money
matter. You
towards-
still borrowed. And listen, I wouldn't have done what he did anyway. In fact, I would actively discourage that. I don't think it was a very good thing for him to do on a just personal level and friendship level. But either way, you did agree to it. Did you agree to it in writing?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think he's going to, but he could come after in like court.
I know. 100%. I can see that. Because, okay, here's the thing is that
you can see that.
he hasn't yet, though. I mean,
I know. That's what I just said.
So, I mean, I'm just hoping. That's why I want to talk to him moving forward about this and say, hey, you know, let's.
Is he dodging you or is he just not reaching out?
He's not reaching out anymore. After the first 2 months of after the car died, he just stopped talking to me.
What'd you say?
I told him that the car died.
And what did he say?
He was going to try and help me fix it from Florida, but
Did he? How long have you known him?
Since I was like 20, so I'd known him for like 5 years at the time.
Crush?
A little.
Yeah, I can tell.
We were roommates during COVID, and we had both been freshly broken up, and he kept whining in the house about everything.
Did you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. It happened, and we.
All done.
Yeah, it's all done. I think I got kind of tired of it, and then I moved out. Just like the situation in total.
Yeah, living
I wasn't
with someone you weren't dating,
so-
but you're gets a bit weird.
Well, it just felt weird that I was cooking and cleaning and doing everything around the house.
Oh,
and
so you guys kind of were dating, but there was no. Were you interested in him? Having a little tea sesh right now.
Not really. I didn't like his. I mean, I don't want to be mean.
Why'd you keep him?
It was during COVID. It was during like the height of like quarantine. I couldn't go anywhere.
I guess it doesn't transmit via cum.
It's just us two. He was working remote and like going to school and stuff. So it's like it's just us.
I
stuck
get
in
it.
the house
I get it. So how long did you guys live together?
About like 2 years.
Okay.
2 years, and then I knew him for another 2 or 3 years before that.
Happened that whole time?
Not the entire time.
Did it continue afterwards?
No. After I moved out, it was just.
See, that's a weird thing. You guys haven't gone through that sexual intimacy, living together, and now a 15% loan over your head, and he liked you. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to speak. Isn't this weird though that there's a 15% loan all of a sudden? Yeah. How many years after the diddle?
It was being fair. This happened
During the
around the
diddle?
same time that I was leaving the apartment.
Come on. See, is that not fucking red
it was
flag
messed
galore?
up.
You're leaving. You're in a situation where you need something. He's no longer getting the nut, and he helps by giving you a 15% loan, and you agreed to it. Why?
Because in a place like Orlando, you have to have a car to go anywhere.
Well, I know. Why couldn't you go get your own?
My credit was not where it could be to go to an actual bank.
Everyone can get even the loan. Not that I would say to do that, but is this the guy we want to like over our head? It worked out okay. Got lucky with that, but a dude that likes us, that we bang, that we're moving out of, and he's probably disappointed in that case.
He definitely wasn't interested in anything long term.
I'm just saying.
Red
flag galore.
Definitely, I totally think he was a red flag. That's why I wanted to leave the
Does
apartment.
boyfriend know that the dude you used to diddle is?
Yes. Yeah.
You owe money to.
Yeah, he knows.
And?
Yeah. I don't know. It's not talked about. It's
you gonna owe money to him when you guys are done too? Is this a reoccurring cycle?
No. Okay. No, not at all. I mean, obviously, I learned my lesson from this guy.
You haven't been getting in very good debts since, so I guess borrowing money from people were sure. I guess you learned that lesson.
Yeah.
We haven't learned other financial lessons. Look
it was another early 20s mistake. I'm fixing my early 20s mistake.
We all get them. It's just honestly, it's weird of him. I'm kind of calling him out in the situation as well.
Thank you.
Your family wouldn't have helped?
No. That's what I'm saying. Like I've been independent since I was
I'm not
like
saying
19.
they
My
should.
parents
I'm just asking. Not that they should or would or could. I'm just like I'm looking for any alternative besides the dude that's disappointed.
They suggested my little brother suggested a motorcycle, like the rest of my family, but I'm not a bike girl at all.
Even temporarily.
I mean, it was a stick. It was a
How much money
it was a
did you have?
6-speed.
Did you have to give him a down payment?
No.
Okay.
He bought the car cash. It was a
Department of
2010 Mazda
Education,
3
Department of
6-speed.
Education. Department of Education. Oh, you did make some payments on it, but now, of course, they're deferred because you're in school.
Mm-hmm.
Department of Education. You know the interest rates on these?
Like 6%, isn't it? Like
That could kill me.
it's like maybe even like 3%. I don't know. It's like the ones it's the unsubsidized.
So what fucking is it?
I haven't logged into NowNet.
Oh my gosh. So many individual. Oh my. It just goes on forever. We went over the total earlier, so. Oh, let's see. Student loans. Are you guys aren't considering getting married, are you? Because I don't think he wants to get it associated with this mess.
I'm not in a position to think about that kind of stuff right now. I don't want to think about that.
You don't want to? Why?
Well, because I have my own stuff that I need to work on,
Yeah, you
and
do.
I know that
35,688. That'll be doubled by the time you're done with college with the way that you're doing it. Okay, what is this? It's an email that came in through Plaza Services. Net Credit was the original creditor. Resolve a balance of $4,984. I assume this is in collections for what?
it was originally another one of the loans to help with the move. I think it
What?
was.
This was 4,984 to move, so it wasn't the 998.
So it that must have now you taught me about how interest can keep going as you don't pay.
Yes.
Because I think the loan originally was only just another 1,000. Because then that would pay for the gas and stuff that was required
All right,
to get
you're
up
going
here.
through our debt class. You're going through our budgeting class. You're going through our investing class. You have to understand what the all this means. You got to go through the education, take the quizzes. You can gift it to him as well. I don't care. This is insane that you could just leave something sitting there and now there's this big consequence. You get it all for free as being a guest. You guys get it at a big discount, all bundled, but
I didn't know that was really happening.
well, it's in collections. No wonder your credit score shot.
I don't think that one's hit my credit score yet, luckily.
Really? So when it does, your credit score is getting even worse.
Oh.
Hold on.
But if I reach out to them,
$4,984.65. What?
you
What?
think that? What do you mean?
What? What were you saying?
Oh, do you think that if I reach out to them before they hit my account or my credit, that they'll just have me pay it before, like, without dinging me on my credit? Because they've reached out a couple
potentially,
times.
you might be able to settle it. Okay, so $2,804 was your income plus an additional $1,200. Okay, what hits? So that's what hits your account on a monthly basis. How much did you spend last month?
I'm guessing, including rent and stuff.
Total spend.
Probably like 2,500.
Okay, $8,432. What the fuck are you talking about? No wonder you're financing everything in your life and know nothing, and have to rely on other people that you're banging in order to get money from.
No, that's not okay.
That's
that
what
was
happened.
okay. That's what happened 4 years
Still
ago.
happened. You still owe the money to them. Girl,
okay.
you have payday loans from when you were moving and one in collections from when you were moving 2.5 years ago. I don't give a shit if it's 4 years ago. This is your behavior that's endlessly happening.
It's okay. I mean, I didn't know that it was 8,000 at all. I thought
No, you don't budget. No?
No,
No?
I budget a little bit. I definitely.
Oh,
okay,
go on.
so
You didn't even know you had a fucking Audible subscription. Go on. What's your little budgeting?
I get paid.
I know you like
once
to
a
write
month.
creatively. Do you creatively write numbers and they're just made up?
Well, like, you know those Excel budget like templates that they have. Okay, so I know I get
those
paid.
work so well, obviously.
Well, I know I get paid at the beginning of every month, so it just makes sense that I would then.
What are you talking about?
I make sure that all of my main bills, like my rent, I have to pay $75 for the CTA every month. All my like credit card, whatever, all my usual bills, I'll just take care of at the beginning of the month, and then from there, like savings or fun money.
Fun money? In what world do you think you're allowed to have fun money? You have credit card debt that is not being paid off, that is accruing interest and fees. 2 credit cards that are getting monthly fees. You were trying to buy him tables of bullshit. You were borrowing double what you have on high interest rate student loans, probably, if we're being honest. What the fuck are you talking about? At a private school on a degree that has double the unemployment rate of the unemployment rate in the United States. What the fuck are you talking about fund money? Who do you think you are?
I mean, if I'm moving to a place like Chicago, I think it should be fair that I just have a little bit of
If
stuff
you're
that
fair, you're fair. What is fair? Fair is not a thing that exists. You live in a place where people put in effort, and if they don't, they fail, and it's on you.
and that's, I mean, what I've been trying to
And that's
make
why
it
you're failing,
in-
because you can't, and you haven't been putting in that effort, or at least knowledge. You
I
might have the feeling of effort, but you're not doing it in a knowledgeable way, obviously.
I mean, I'm still able to go grab sushi and
Girl,
like
your
try
debt's going
other.
up. No shit. Absolutely. That's what happens. Spent more money than you made. No shit. You can do it because you have access to debt, which is why you shouldn't have access to debt, because you don't know how to. You're not paying for your school. You're borrowing to pay for your school, so you have leftover money to go get sushi. No. What do you think is happening? You're being subsidized for the taxpayer in your housing.
I mean, I feel like that
I'm not saying that's even a bad thing,
rent-controlled-
but I'm not even saying that's necessarily a bad thing.
right,
But the
I
thing
mean,
is, you think fair. F- You're fair. You're getting every fair thing that is possible. And you're like, that's not fair.
but if I can, okay, if I'm still able to make my minimums, that was my thought process, that if I can make my minimums and everything is still coasting, nothing's
debt's
being
going
shut
up.
off.
Your debt's going up. Coasting's not good enough. You're going to die in poverty. You're coasting. That's why you've been in school for 8 years. Yeah, coasting. That's your profession. Professional coaster. This is huge for financial audit. For a year now, my team and I have worked with experts to create what I truly believe are the 3 best educational programs in the financial space online. We have our budgeting program where I teach you how to create, manage, and revolutionize your budget and control your money. And then there's the investing program where I teach you to define what investing profile applies to you and your life, and then teach what specific investing strategies applies to you in that situation. And now finally, we have our debt program where I teach you the best ways to pay off debt, manage debt, and even take advantage of good debt. This has been a revolutionary project that we've been working on for over a year now, and just like over 10,000 people who've already taken our educational programs, you can now take advantage of all 3 of them bundled together at a 15% discount. I've heard from thousands of people now who've taken these classes, and they've literally changed their lives for the better, and finally, you can too at a more affordable price. Head to calebhammer.com or click the link in the description below. You will not regret this. You have an additional $187 in collections. What's that for?
I think that was for the last little bit of my
Allstate.
insurance.
Car insurance?
Yeah. I think maybe final month before my car conked out.
Also, you got to take into account your rent that you don't have a car payment or car insurance because you live in that walkable area, and that helps. That offsets it. Your cost of living is adjusted.
I get that I don't have a car, like car
insurance
bills
or car
whatever,
charging
gas or whatever, but I do still have
maintenance.
to pay for the CTA.
Yeah, how much is that on a monthly basis?
$75 for a 30-day pass.
That is not bad at all compared to car payments, car insurance, or gas or charging.
I do also get free CTA through school,
Okay,
but my
well, there
card
you go.
was
So
not
shut
working.
the f- up. Are you stupid? Figure it out. Go talk to someone.
Okay.
What is wrong with you? Are you incapable of doing anything?
Well, there's also
Gosh.
during better
Okay.
weather.
People gas. You didn't pay your damn gas bill?
No, I definitely paid it all, but I think when I
Oh,
moved to
fair
this rent controlled apartment, like to my new apartment, I guess like they didn't shut down my service
You
on
have to
time.
call and shut down the service.
I swear that I went online and I shut it
So
down.
far, you've been incapable of doing pretty much anything. So I honestly am not confident in that statement.
I
You
feel
can't
like
even
I
fix.
definitely.
You pay $75 instead of getting a card fixed.
I thought that it was shut off for sure. I didn't know that it was not
Well, it
shut off
isn't. Why
until
didn't you
people's
pay the
gas
bill then?
showed up on the
The
account.
reality is it isn't. So why didn't you pay the bill then?
I don't have an extra 200 randomly to just or
Why? You
288
said
to
I'm
drop
entitled
off.
to go get sushi.
That's like $70 a month. Like that's like what I would say that that's
You know
the
I'm
most-
able to fact check it. $855 going out to eat last month. F- you, you're stupid. You're a brat. You're a spoiled brat. Spoiled brat.
It makes so much more sense to go out to eat sometimes than get groceries because I don't have a car to
Nope.
bring the stuff home.
Nope. You walk to the convenience store. You get your
It's
corner
not
store.
okay. It's
You're already doing
not.
it. So everyone else that's doing it, they're not doing it.
No, I'm just saying that it just if I know that I'm going to spend
It'd
more
be
money
cheaper
on
for you to
going
get
out.
groceries delivered.
I have gotten groceries delivered.
And it would be cheaper than what you're doing now. I don't even think you have to do that, though.
I was thinking about
It's all
getting...
sushi and Big Gay Sal's Pizza.
They have by the slice, so it would be easier
Congratulations,
than...
you got $855 of slices.
So, I mean, what's the point of coming to a city like Chicago and not experiencing it?
I absolutely agree. Experience it. So budget this. Don't do a worthless degree that is costing you endless amount of time and money so that you can experience it and actually live life. Instead, you're being a dummy thinking you're entitled to it. You're not entitled to anything.
I'm working through everything.
Working through, your debt's going up. Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what that word means. You don't know what effort. You don't know what trying. You don't know what I deserve. You don't know what fair. You don't know what anything means. You're already in subsidized housing. We are subsidizing your housing, by the way, which I am not even against as a concept, but we are literally subsidizing so that you can spend $900 going out to eat on a monthly basis. That is how it is mathematically working.
That is
how it's mathematically working.
I'm constantly
which, by the way,
working
those units prevent more housing from going up mathematically.
It's
Mathematically, guess where the most housing was built in the United States? A non-rent controlled city like Austin, Texas. And guess what? Housing has gone down more in terms of rent. Guess what? Rent prices have gone down more than any other city in the country. The place where housing's built. But instead, because you're doing that so that you can go get sushi, they're building less housing there, making rent even more expensive. That's why New York, Chicago, LA, San Francisco, Boston, all the places, all the same rules.
Those parts of Chicago that I'm in are asking for density, actually. They're looking for more density.
They're looking for it. Guess why it's not being built? Because of people like you.
I'm literally working under someone that's making a new building right now. There's multiple buildings right now.
Building will happen, but it's not fully meeting demand because it's more expensive to build housing. It's more expensive to build housing because of those requirements. So instead, it makes rent more expensive for everyone.
It's only if you change the zoning
for everyone. Not just zoning. You have great zoning there in Chicago compared to most places.
No, I know, but if
it is more expensive because of those required units.
Right. If you build a new building and you have to change the zone, you have to put in those ARO units. But if you don't change the zoning, you don't have to put in those ARO units. So what if the zoning
doesn't give us good building that would lower housing costs for everyone? So we just don't do that? That's ineffective. That doesn't make sense. Let the market meet the demand. That's what we did here. And guess what? Now our rent is cheaper than Dallas. This used to be the most expensive city in all of Texas, and we are cheaper than Dallas now because we let the market meet it. Instead, you want to be able to go spend $900 a month on sushi thanks to the taxpayers.
I mean, I'm making sure that the market is there. I'm literally leasing these crazy units. They're great units, but they're expensive. I know what it looks like to try and make the market change in a way to develop a neighborhood more.
Yeah, you're just not doing it productively in a way that actually works.
At work, yes, I think I am. I think that because I'm a part
with the job you're required to do, maybe. When you're helping people sign leases.
I do more than just the leases. I market them. We make sure that we have the price points for the new buildings and stuff. There's new constructions. I'm under a developer. Like the developer is making these new constructions to try and help build different parts of town, like Uptown, for example.
So you think it's okay that you feel you deserve, because you moved to a city where some exciting things are, you deserve to spend $900 going out to eat, and yet to live the subsidized lifestyle? Which I am, again, not even against subsidized units. It's making it sound like I am during this. There is nuance in every conversation. The fact is, you are essentially saying that you deserve that and are entitled to it. In what fucking world do you live in? You've been coasting your entire life. You said it yourself. You've been coddled. You've never had to actually go out and make work on your own. With your own, without being helped by someone else. You're always being helped and coddled.
I don't think that's true.
You're literally being coddled by the taxpayer right now in rules and regulations. Again, and that's not even me being against it, but the fact is you have been in that. You've always been in the school ecosystem.
Part-time.
Huh? Yeah, but you're still doing it.
I was not relying on the brother. I was the one that was working overtime in Florida, trying to make sure that everything was set up perfectly, that we had an apartment up here set up in Chicago, and I had to work jobs. I worked as like a server for multiple years. I worked at like a call center. I worked at a bunch of shitty jobs.
Girl who spends $900 a month on getting pizza slices and has negative $24.80 in their checking account. You're a success that we should all look up to.
That is
return fee. Oh, there it all is.
That
because
is my
you never have money.
That was my second checking account that I opened to only pay for tuition.
Guys, it's my second checking account, so I don't have to be responsible there. I can be a child. It's the second one. I don't have to be responsible on my first one.
I was trying to make it.
You're a baby, dude.
I got the second checking account so then I could then try and manage my bills a little bit better and
How's
get
that
more
working?
of it. I mean, okay. It's
no,
still,
you're negative. You're getting return fees. What delusion? I don't understand.
I thought the money was in there for that was for my tuition payments.
Your tuition payments, that is 99% being covered by student loans. Oh. Okay, Acorns. You're using Acorns. We have an Acorns link for more money than most people get in our description.
Thank you. I was trying with that winter bonus. Was that? Oh, that wasn't. Sorry, I didn't realize that what you were saying.
No, yeah, our sign-up incentive is more money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
like
gotcha.
8 times or something. But
Interesting.
I don't know what are you talking about. I see 38. I see ending balance $3. That's what you're so excited about?
I was really excited.
Wow, yeah, I'm thrilled. I guess it's better than negative.
Oh, because I had to pull.
You're so
some
nice.
Of the
You're
money
so
out.
sweet. You're just
this
so
is my checking.
lost.
No. It's actually no. This is my checking account. It's
what I
only
said.
$3. I'm sorry. It was only $3 because I had moved the 500 or whatever money to each of my investing accounts. So like
I can't wait to talk to that guy in the post show, see if he's as delusional as you, or if he's starting to pick up on all this insanity and excuses you make constantly. $16 in this Cash App account.
Wait, but I have the. Can we circle back to the Acorns thing? Because
Sure, let's circle back. Corporate talk. Can we talk about this offline?
Sorry. Following up, the invest and the later are my two other accounts that I'm trying to like do stocks and like.
Which I assume we will get to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but you
we
said
have
there's
all
only
your
$3,
accounts
so
in
I was
that
just
Acorns account. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I only use
Vending
it to
machine,
transfer
vending
between-
machine, vending machine, Apple Bill, DoorDash, guys. Guess what? We can't afford to fucking pay for our own rent, so let's get DoorDash. You are making me sound like the absolute most like extreme against fucking subsidize anything. It's just looking at your actions around it fucking make me go extreme. It's crazy. Apple Bill. You went inside, got some BS.
It just doesn't.
Went
make
inside, got
sense.
some BS. Apple Bill. Oh my gosh, what are you getting with Apple? Pull up your phone. I'm gonna snoop around.
Just saying, the only.
I'm snooping. I'm a snooper. I am snooping.
You need what? The subscriptions?
Open up your phone. I'm snooping.
Oh my god.
I am snooping. Yeah, she pulled up her subscriptions. Good. I'm starting a screen recording. We will black out anything sensitive. Facetune. I'll be honest. You have a pretty face. You also have a boyfriend, so I don't understand the point of needing that because people get that and then they fucking catfish on dating profiles.
Oh, I don't use it much anymore. I didn't realize that the
Oh,
subscription was
guess
still
what? It's
running.
$10 a month. Good job. Canva.
month?
Oh, I don't know. That's what it looks like. New York Times Games.
I love Wordle.
Pixar. Congratulations. Use like a free version online.
Well, Wordle Connections Mini. I like to
Buddy,
go into the
you
archives.
literally can't afford. You're negative in your checking account. I don't care. Listen, you can make these excuses when you have some wiggle room. You don't. You're literally negative, so I can't. No, you know what? There's a part of me that like I want to go to the big city and I want to experience that. I get that, and a part of me vibes with that. The moment you are negative in your checking account, no, it's done. You do not deserve or get to or have an even desire to. You get to walk on the fucking lake for free. That's what you get to do. If you're negative in your checking account, you don't get anything. It is as easy as that. Skin Short skincare, it's expensive, $35.99. Planner journal, use the Notes app. My gosh, lady. Oh. Good thing you haven't upgraded your iPhone in a bit because you certainly can't afford it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is I usually do it every 2 years.
She got jewelry. She got jewelry. She got jewelry. Oh my gosh. Some fucking. Was that a Nazi book? It's all German.
Oh, no, it was a Christmas gift. It was philosophers.
Okay.
My friend is really into like.
Anytime I
Nietzsche
see
and
German, I get
Kafka.
scared.
No, oh my God, please.
These are
like I was getting
a recipe
Christmas
book,
gifts.
a wooden cookbook display, Christmas gifts. You can't afford rent. You're not getting a checking account for Christmas. You don't get to do it.
But I had the bonus.
You are not entitled. We have this is. I know this isn't American only. This has to be human. We set up these structures and these things that we're excited to do. You are not entitled to it. You are not entitled to Christmas. Math is math is math is math. If you don't have the money, you don't get to do it. I want you to do it, and I want to structure your life in a way where you get out of your bad situation so you can live the fuck out of your life. That is the end goal we want to get to. You're not there. You don't get to do it.
But okay,
I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. At least you got $318 in this checking account. Transfers. Oh my, it's all bullshit. The person who can't afford rent. Good job. Well done. Went inside, got some BS. Went inside, got some BS. Starbucks, Cash Apping out money. Uber, little Lime Rider, selling out money. Lime riding. Oh, guys.
I love
walk
the
and
Lime
take-
scooters.
Guess what? You cannot afford the Lime scooters. Get a fucking little scooter that is a one-time purchase and go around places. You have it in Chicago. Lock it up.
Again,
I'm sure someone will steal it, but buy another one after that.
It's the upfront cost of doing that.
Of course, but you spend as much on Lime already that you could probably cover the cost of one in a month. Taco Bell, Lime, oh my gosh. Cash Apping out, ATM withdrawal, $43. Who knows where the that went? There's the Canva subscription. BMO, Spotify.
Canva I use for work.
Spotify, Uber. They won't cover it? They won't reimburse?
They do, but I mean, school too. Like I need.
Why the fuck are you paying for it then? If they're covering it.
Well, I don't want to mix like my work and my school Canva stuff.
Uber! Selling out $25. Big gay Sal. Big gay Sal. How gay is he?
There's this part of Chicago called Boys Town, and that's where me and my friends like to go out a lot. And so there's this new pizza place that he sells slices and by the slice, and it's like right by our usual going out places where we go for like $2 drinks. We try to find deals when we're out and about. So
docking. Fun snow fee. The fuck is that?
Funds now fee, because I really wanted to have my check and not wait like
you do the little fucking micro pay thing.
One time.
Big gay
Literally,
Sal. For Big gay Sal. Big gay Sal gets fucking pay advancing. Come on! Big gay Sal doesn't even care about that.
It was one time. And it wasn't even
Big
just
gay
for
Sal
that.
does not need your money that much.
Because I get paid the first Friday of the month, it always risks the possibility that the calendar lines up weird and I wouldn't be able to pay my rent between the grace period. So that's like sometimes I'll have to take I'll need to
shut the f up. Starbucks, Emporium, Lime, liquor. Thank goodness. That's what we really need when we can't afford life. Records, we 100% need that. It's the only way to listen to music when we already have a Spotify subscription.
It was. That's
shut the f up. Realm. ATM withdrawal 203. Who knows where that went? ATM withdrawal 123. Who knows where that went? ATM withdrawal 143. Who knows where the f that went?
So
Tavern, Replay, Starbucks, Lime, Ramen, Starbucks. You went and got some bullshit because I know it ain't gas. Uber, Cash App. Who knows where that went? ATM fee. Lime scooter, Uber Eats. Can't afford rent, but we're getting $71.63 of Uber Eats. F you.
It just
Netflix,
makes sense.
Lime, Cash Apping out $25. Lime. You could have afforded it. You could have gotten a scooter almost at this point. Cash App $50. Lime. Sushi.
It's just really
selling out money. Taco Bell. Lime. Cash Apping out money. Starbucks. First slice of pie. But what happened to Big Gay? I like the Big Gay. Where's Big Gay? Now
we wanted to try something new.
First slice? Come on.
Yeah, it was a pie cafe, so it was like actual like pie.
Fucking homophobe. Amazon.
Gifting
Macy's.
time. All gifting
Puff.
time.
I don't give a line. The Exchange. Get into BS. Smoke dreams.
Okay, that's my
vapor.
And a cigarette-er.
You're a cigarette-er?
Yeah.
Girl, you're actually somewhat attractive. You're gonna look 80 by 30.
I know. I'm trying to quit.
How many cigs do you smoke a day?
Depends if I have my vape or not.
How many cigs do you normally smoke a day?
Without a vape.
Just probably. A normal day.
Oh, okay. Maybe like 1 or 2, maybe 3.
You're disgusting. You've ruined your entire attractiveness.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but like I know I'm still.
You should be because it's disgusting.
I'm working on
quitting. You should say sorry to your lungs.
I'm working on quitting.
Vaping's really gonna help that.
I mean, vaping is not any better. I actually hate vaping more than I like I like cigarettes more than vaping, but I can't have a cigarette everywhere that I am. You're a musician and you don't like cigarettes? That surprises me,
I don't like
honestly.
lung cancer or the smell of death.
I get the smell from outside is not great, but I mean it.
Yeah, and I don't get to control it. I just want to exist and walk around, and then I have to deal with your cancer air.
Well, that's why
flowing
I
over
like
to
the
me.
vapes, because vapes are. I mean, that's why I use the vapes, because it's a lot more convenient. You know, I don't have to worry
I love
about.
convenient cancer.
I'm trying to quit both. I'm trying to be like a social smoker, where if I go to like a friend's show or something,
Yeah, that's a
like
good
that,
way
then
to
I'll
quit.
have-
Still doing it. Lime, Alta to cover up all the preemptive wrinkles that's probably under all that cake from the cigarettes. Amazon, Starbucks, Glamour Nails. I don't want our nails to be black from all the cigarettes. Got to get them done all the time.
No, I have to get my
Zelling out
eyebrows
money,
waxed.
Starbucks, Lime, Amazon. ATM withdrawal $60. Who knows where the I went? Got in some bullshit. Zell, Starbucks this is crazy. I'm a little disappointed that I'm seeing a lack of big gay Sal. I'll be honest. It seemed to be a one-time thing, and it was very fun. Winning got some bullshit. ATM withdrawal $43. Who knows where that went? $25 Zelled out. Tide House, PlayStation Network.
Yes. PlayStation. Yeah, because I play Minecraft with my boyfriend, and we have to have PlayStation Live to be able to hop on Minecraft.
Live in the same city.
I know.
Go over and play fucking Minecraft.
I play.
Shut the fuck up. Stan's Donuts, bookstore. We already know you have Audible and a library, multiple of them. Amazon, Lime, Uber Eats. Can't afford rent, but we're getting Uber Eats.
If I go
going
to
in and getting some bullshit, you Cash App and out $50. Where's all this money going? There's so much money being sent out. Zelle, ATM withdrawals, Cash App, so much. Where's it all going?
Well, so sometimes for Cash App, I'll use my Cash App card as like a way for like to monitor my fun money. So it's like
fun money. F you don't have fun money.
If I
you don't have fun money. You're negative in a checking account. F you don't have fun money. You're borrowing $1 million jillion in private student loans for a worthless degree. F you don't have fun money.
But at the time, what I was saying, okay,
at the time, I'll tell you the time. The time is you're dying.
I mean, I'm still alive now, and I'm still
Barely.
living in Chicago, and so the way that I saw
How
it
are those
was
lungs
that
looking?
I go to a gym. You should see a gym on there. I go to LA.
Well, we don't criticize gyms, so.
Well, okay. So, I mean, I at least am doing something to counteract the nicotine.
I don't think that's how that works. You do gym to counteract McDonald's. You don't gym to counteract lung cancer.
Like endurance and stuff. You know, my lungs can still.
Yeah, I guess you have to really
go a
push
long
it because
time.
you're killing yourself. You are crazy. $247 in savings. The acorns that we were super excited about, it's $152. That's our retirement. Well done. And
No.
then $352 in the other one. Well done. You're dramatically behind on retirement. You're negative in a checking account. This is a joke. I do like acorns for the automatic investing, but I'll be honest. I mean, just like the brokerage that we're partnered with, Moo, if you put your money in there, it's at least like an 8% return on your uninvested cash. But I do like the automated investing stuff. So I get it. That's fine. That's fine.
I want to
That phone,
leave
so that must be
eventually.
paid off, right?
Yes, the
Good.
phone's paid off.
What's your phone bill?
Like 98.
Are you fucking crazy? Okay, T-Mobile, I'm sure it's strong.
Yeah.
Okay, then switch to Helium for $15 a month. It's the same towers.
Oh, I don't want
I don't want to
you get-
save money. Ew, it's a name brand I haven't heard of. You, it's the same towers. Stop being a dumb.
What about T-Mobile Tuesdays?
I don't know what that is.
You get like deals and stuff on
deals,
like
so
thing.
more ways to spend money.
I'll look at, I guess, other options.
Yes.
I've just had
fucking
T-Mobile
baby.
for like my entire
Oh
like
my
adult
goodness!
life.
I could never not have a brand that is sucking me dry. I'm so passionate about getting sucked dry. Sound like your fucking boyfriend.
When they first financed my very first phone, they kept that on file, and so whenever I finance phones with them now,
Whenever you finance phones, so we're so excited to finance phones. Let's get into more depth. Fuck you.
I'm still with my.
Stop being a little dumb. Stop being a little dumb. Just stop being a little dumb. Stop being a little dumb. Stop being dumb. How leathery is that skin under that cake?
Not that bad. It's moisturized. I spend a lot on skincare too.
Sunscreen every day?
Yes, of course.
Retinol in the evening?
Of course.
Good, but we still smoke cigarettes. Okay.
And a lot
Interesting
of
life
water
choices.
too. A lot of water to
Good.
make sure
Good,
I'm
good, good.
hydrated.
Cigarettes. Do you smoke?
Yes.
Cigarettes?
I'm planning. Yeah.
Good, you guys are perfect together. You're gonna die.
Oh no,
at
he doesn't smoke
34.
cigarettes. No, he doesn't smoke cigarettes. Sorry.
Vape.
He doesn't smoke any nicotine anymore besides. Yeah.
Also great for our lungs. Fun fact, breathing things in that aren't just air is bad for our lungs.
I know that 100%. I wrote like a 9-page like personal memoir on my relationship with cigarettes. I know they're not bad.
Well.
No, I know it's not great. I know cigarettes are. I know
Guys,
nicotine
that's how
is not
effective
good.
creative writing is. We write about our addiction and then we do nothing about it. What's your rent?
I could get published over it.
Have you?
It's submitted. They're still in the reading process right now.
Yeah, how many years have they been reading? What's your rent again?
$11.70.
$11.70. Utilities?
Like 35
for everything, including the internet.
Everything is in like technically built into a utility package, and I don't get charged that because I'm in the ARO. So I only get charged electric. No, electric is only
glad
35.
You get sushi for $900 a month. So 35
for electric, yeah.
Okay, internet
included in the rent. It is.
You know what the crazy thing is? Gosh, I'm just gonna sound like an extremist. I'm doing it again. The thing is, I believe in taking care of those who can't take care of themselves. I believe in helping mentally disabled. I believe in people who have gotten injured. I believe in helping people that get unemployed. They've paid into the unemployment system anyway. I believe in these things to help people that cannot be helped. You are spending $900 a month on rent. Why the should the other taxpayer pay for your damn internet? It is kind of gross. That is why people look down on the systems, because of someone like you who thinks they're entitled to go blow all their money on fun. And it was $900 on going out to eat, sure, but it was also miscellaneous bullshit, an additional $872. That's PlayStation Network and all that other stuff. I mean, going in and getting crap was additional, just extra money. Your subscriptions is also almost a full percentage of your income. It's a joke. It's a joke. That is why there is so much pushback on programs like that, because people like you abuse it who don't necessarily need it. It is so disgusting. I want it for those who cannot take care of themselves, and I want to support them, and I want to love them, and I want to encourage them to get to a better place.
I mean, I agree too. Being in that industry, I'm not abusing it.
You're doing $15 a month for your phone bill because you're switching to helium. I am not going to let you make an excuse around that. This is pretty damn objective, except for weird pearl clutchers or like someone that believes that are crazy people out there. I mean, Reddit might be upset by that, but I mean.
Okay. Would I be able to still use my same phone? Is that a dumb question?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. It's not dumb. That's fine. First not dumb thing. $300 for groceries. Congratulations. I'll do $350 just in case you got to get a little delivery in there. TP fund, tampons, anything you need for life. Makeup, $100. Healthcare. I'm going medical expenses. How much?
I don't have. I'm not medicated anymore. My gym is $59 a month.
Okay. Pets. I saw pet food. What do we have?
I have a cat named Sophie. She's a tortie.
Okay, how old?
She's 10.
Crap, so no pet insurance then?
No, and she is hyperthyroid now.
I know, that's why we get them when they're young. That's when it's most affordable, young and healthy.
But she's I don't mind doing her meds every day.
I know, it's just, I'm just saying we're not budgeting in pet insurance.
I gotcha.
So how much for cat on a monthly basis? Food and meds?
I know that her bag of food, the prescription food is like $80, but that would last probably like 2 months. So $40 for her food, and then her meds were also another $40.
So how much?
$80.
Okay.
Sorry.
It was just 40.
I was trying to think of it. Yeah.
You don't have to pay for transportation because you're gonna get your car fixed. Anything else that needs to be in your budget? Because right now, don't have much. $188.61 for debt minimum payments until the student loans kick in. Then it's gonna be like $750 a month. But
I mean, I would hope that I can put some aside for a car.
Yeah. Is there anything else that needs to be in the budget though? Your expenses, your required expenses.
Not including like my credit cards and stuff.
I did your debt minimum payments is $188.61. What else needs to be in your budget that I am not including?
That's it. That's all that I can think of off the top of my head. I do want. I mean, I can't. You can't budget just a little bit of like fun money.
I don't know yet. I need to see what kind of clearance you have. Of course, we can if there is clearance. $840 is what we're gonna have after the $1,200 when we set money aside for taxes. Then $2,800 for the rest of the income. So income we are gonna say, except for the bonus months, obviously, but $3,640. Let's add up your expenses.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay, required. Yes.
The 75 for my CTA.
No, because you get it for free. You're gonna get it fixed, you dumb tit.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, how
Okay.
does he deal with you? I'm excited to talk to him. $3,640 is what you have on a monthly basis. Congratulations. And $1,997.61 are your expenses. So let's see, what are we left? That's pretty basic math, but either way. $1,642.39. I'll put in how much fund money? I'm gonna put in $142.39 of fund money. Congratulations.
$142.
Shut the fuck up. You
No, that's a good. That's a good.
entitled,
No.
spoiled bitch.
I'm okay. I know. I mean, okay. All right. That wouldn't count like any kind of like extra stuff. Like, oh, my skincare ran out. Like my.
That's in
face
your
cream.
TP fund. You have to budget it in.
Okay.
Okay. And you're going to do it all in the Simpler Budget app. And again, it's going to automatically connect everything, all your accounts. You build out the categories. You'll stick to it. It's so fucking easy. We want it to be the best budgeting app in the world. So fucking use it. Actually, $1,500 on a monthly basis. But we're a child, so that's why we're in all this debt. It's fucking crazy. It's good. Minus our student loans for now and collections. We're looking at... Okay, $4,365 of debt outside of the student loans. Student loans are the crazy ones, and then the collections just about doubles it. But with $1,500, you're out of credit card debt and bad debt and payday loan debt, all that stuff in 3 months.
Oh wow.
No, 3 months. How can we? That's horrible.
But you see how
You could have done this immediately. This is a joke that you're in debt. It's because you are an entitled, spoiled, coddled person that's never lived in the real world yet. Okay? What a joke. Student loans, I wouldn't take out as much. After the 3 months, I wouldn't take out any more student loans. Collections, I would negotiate probably 3 months worth of those payments, negotiate. Try to cut them in half, maybe 75%. Negotiation, we can help you with that off camera, but you'll essentially give them, like, I'll pay this much, blah, 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 like every couple weeks or so, and they won't accept it, and then just keep forcing their hand until they do, or just never pay it at that point. Okay, and this also includes your friend, by the way, that money in that 3 months. So we'll call it 6 months once the collections are done. If you pay them all off in 3 months for the credit card, so 6 months total, and then throw that $1,500 towards your tuition. And then you're probably borrowing the rest if you're really going to complete this degree. And
wait, so you're saying to finish my degree, I'm gonna have to pay the rest completely out of pocket?
No, I'm saying throw $1,500 a month towards it, and whatever else is left, you borrow if you really need to get it. I just don't think I'm going to be able to convince you otherwise, so there's really no point. But that at least helps limit that. And then on a monthly basis, you're doubling up your student loans once they kick in, which you'll be able to with that $1,500. And you'll pay off your student loans in about 5 years. And there you go. That's your get out of debt plan. And I'm pissed that you're in debt and that we even have a debt payoff strategy because you have money left over on a monthly basis and you're being subsidized even though you don't need it. And there are people who actually do need it.
Definitely.
And this is
need it.
crazy. Budgetly, not true. Okay, but spending in a budget, you just wanted to live in an expensive area of town, let's be honest.
It's not an expensive area of town. Uptown is like not the great part
Spending
of
in a
North
budget,
Side.
you overspent, 0 out of 10. Debt, you have collections, 0 out of 10. Emergency fund, you barely have any money set aside, 1 out of 10. Retirement, barely any money set aside, 1 out of 10. Real estate, 0 out of 10. Hammer financial score, 0.5 out of 10. Guys, come join us in the post show. I'm going to talk to that boyfriend. We're going to see what the f his perception is on this. And all that stuff. I always love a good confrontation and tea thing. And apparently Lindsay is typing to me right now. There's apparently something coming up in her life that I don't know about that's gonna just kill me. Great, can't wait. It's gonna be so good. But you can join the elite membership, but you have to join it before the month ends. But if you join it before the month ends, I will pay for it. I will cover the $10 by giving you a Visa $10 gift card that can be spent anywhere, and it's a virtual one in any country except for like Russia and North Korea. So make sure you join and then send that proof of purchase and username or members at calebhammer.com, and I'll reimburse you. So it's like a free trial to our elite membership with thousands of hours of extra content. Make sure to download the Simpler Budget app. There's a free trial to the premium version. See you guys in the post show. It's gonna be fun. So how are you dealing with this?
I just don't pay attention to it.
Are you gonna marry her?
I don't really see myself getting married, so probably not.
Thoughts on that?
I try not to think about that.
Also, why do you keep your friends?
No, I my friends.
It wouldn't f me though.
Have you ever considered, close your ears, not being with him?
You're not having You don't live together.
There is no future of marriage either.
There's no
Why
possible
continue
marriage.
this?
Yeah, when you lay it out like that, that makes sense.
To watch the Financial Audit post show, click the join button below.